Hello everyone, it's Eagle of Zeus here, and in this video I'm going to be talking about the Pillars of Hellenismos, which were formed or put together by a modern Hellenist named Timothy J. Alexander. Some of you may have heard of him, but pretty much he put together the Pillars of Hellenismos, which, I mean, they're not something you have to follow, but it's just something that he recommends modern Hellenic polytheists to follow and adhere to, because these were important to the ancient Greek people, and these were things that they applied to their everyday life, and they, really were important to their life and their spirituality. And so I'm going to list the pillars now and what they mean, and I'll probably put a link to them in the description because, just so people can read about them, more about them if they wish. But first off, I apologize if I pronounce these wrong because I'm still learning Greek and I'm not fluent in Greek or anything, so I don't even speak Greek. I mean, I understand some words, but I haven't properly started learning yet. I do plan to in the future, but so I apologize if I pronounce these wrong. That's another reason why I'm just going to put a link in the description that lists them so you can see how they're actually spelled. But anyway, so the Pillars of Hellenismos are ethike arete, which is the practice of habitual excellence or ethics. Pretty much means that you should it's good to get into the habit of practicing good ethics. And then eusebia, which is reverence, loyalty, and sense of duty towards the gods, pretty much loyalty and duty and reverence to the theoi. And then there is hagneia, the maintaining of ritual purity by avoiding miasma. Pretty much means staying pure, avoiding miasma. There's several ways to avoid miasma, which is pretty much like spiritual dirt. It's nothing bad, it's just something that we have and accumulate from being mortal, basically. And for ritual purity, there's several ways to avoid miasma. The most common ways are to avoid physical miasma is simply by cleaning, washing your hands, showering, of course cleansing with kernips, which is like lustral water, purifying water that you make with salt and burning either a leaf or a match in it, which was something traditionally done by the ancient Greeks. And they would cleanse themselves with the kernips mainly before prayer and ritual and communicating with the gods. So that's a way to avoid miasma. Some other ways are veiling, wearing a veil or something around your head was another way the ancients and modern practitioners avoid miasma. And a way to cleanse yourself of emotional miasma, like if you're really stressed or upset about something, it's considered a form of miasma because it distracts you from the gods. That's basically what miasma is. It's, it distracts you from the gods, and it, I guess in a way separates you from the gods. So by cleansing yourself of miasma, it'll strengthen your connection with the gods. But a way to cleanse yourself of emotional miasma is, my favorite way is meditation. Clearing your mind, focusing on the gods is a good way to cleanse yourself of emotional miasma. So that's hagneia. And then the next pillar is nomos archaios. And that is the observance of ancient tradition, religious law, and customs. And that's pretty much observing the ancient Greek traditions, their religious laws, and their customs, and following them. And then there's Sophia, the pursuit of wisdom, understanding, and truth, which pretty self-explanatory. You seek wisdom, understanding, and truth. And then there's Sophrosune, or Sophrosune. Once again, sorry about my pronunciations. But that is the control of self through deep contemplation. And that's pretty much just having self-control, you know, not, you know, having self-control over your actions, keeping a good balance, not, you know, food, for example, is a good example. You don't want to eat too much, but you don't want to eat too little, or else it's bad for you. So this is pretty much having a good balance with self-control and, you know, just having control of yourself. And then the last pillar is Xenia, which is the adherence to hospitality and the guest-host relationship. And that's basically just being welcoming and kind to any guests that you may have in your home. You know, hospitality was very important to the ancient Greeks. And so a lot of modern day Hellenists also practice this, being kind and hospitable to your guests that enter your home. You know, the host should always respect the guest, you know, serve the guest, make the guest feel at home in their home. So that's what Xenia is, and it's a very important pillar. So those are the pillars of Hellenismos, and I follow them. A lot of Hellenists follow them, but it's not a requirement to follow them. You know, you don't have to, but these are things that were important to the ancient Greeks, and it's something that a lot of us modern Hellenists follow as well. And like I said, I'll put a link to them in the description so you can read them yourself, since I probably didn't pronounce them right, and I apologize again for that, but I'm trying to learn Greek, so, you know, bear with me. I'm not fluent in Greek, so I just try my best. And then some other important, like, lists of some other important things that I would recommend reading about, and I made a video about one of these, is the Delphic Maxims, also known as the Maxims of Delphi. I did make a video about those, but these are other important guidelines, I guess you could call them, that modern day Hellenists apply to our life. They're not a requirement, they're not any sort of laws or rules, they're just, you know, guidelines and suggestions, you know, advice to improve yourself and honor the gods. So the Delphic Maxims, also known as the Maxims of Delphi, are important lists that most modern day Hellenists follow. Also, the Golden Verses of Pythagoras is another important list that we follow, and the Tenets of Solon is another important list. And I'll probably make a video about the Golden Verses of Pythagoras and the Tenets of Solon in future videos, but I'll put a link to those in the description as well, so you guys can read them and check them out. But these are important to modern day a lot of us. I shouldn't say all of us, but a lot of us, these are important to us. You know, just the Pillars of Hellenismos, the Delphic Maxims, the Golden Verses of Pythagoras, and the Tenets of Solon are important to a lot of modern day Hellenists, especially us Reconstructionists and Revivalists. A lot of us follow these and apply them to our life as the ancient Greeks did. So yeah, I hope this video was helpful, and I hope it you know, taught some people more about the religion, whether you're a newcomer to the religion or you're just curious about Hellenic polytheism. I hope this was helpful, and, you know, I hope it, you know, I hope it was informative. So I guess that's about it, and I will see you guys in the next video, and may the gods bless you. Bye.